24th of October 2019. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I'm down my local club water, one last chance before it closes. Just quickly scanning the lake before I set up. I've seen a couple of fish top. I'm on peg 29 of Horseshoe Lake. My mate did all right on this peg last week. He had 5 or 6 in the end of the day session. He's closing on the 1st of November, so I've only got, it's probably my last chance to fish the lake. It's beautiful commons in here, and that's what I'm aiming for today. It's just gone 8 AM. My left-hand rod's about 40 yards out, right in front of us. Nice hard landing on a firm bottom out there. That's where my mate had 4 from last week, so that's where I'm starting this week. Then my second rod, it's out with a bit of bait, out round about here. Just crossed this near, so I nipped the far margin. Just the bottom of the shelf. I had a couple of runs off there last week. My mate had one of the fish, and I ended up blanking. The other run ended up being nothing. But my mate I had a run on there last week about this time, but I went round the car to get the last few bits of stuff, and when I came back, my mate was into this fish. Like I said, this is my last chance to fish this lake this year before it closes for the winter. So fingers crossed, I'll have a couple of little bangers to show you today. It's 9:45. I've had a rechuck of both rods. My left-hand rod's now getting used as a bit of a roaming rod. It's got a little dumbbell on it on a Ronnie rig. Still yet to catch on a Ronnie rig, so I'm hoping today's the day. The other rod I had a rechuck because I had a liner about an hour ago, so I had a rechuck to double check that it was a liner as I thought, and the bait was all right. So I put that back in, another bit of bait on the top of it. And I was going to hold out, give it another half an hour. So I've only just chucked the left-hand rod out and then moved that one again. At the moment, I'm about 80 yards down that bank. I've got my lake to myself at the moment, so I've got an option of moving as well if I want, but the carp seems to be topping pretty much all over the lake, to be honest. So I don't know if you can see there's a few bubbles coming up from feeding fish there. So to keep plugging away, I've got an option towards the end of the day. A little margin spot off the end of that tree there is about 6 foot deep, maybe nearly 7 foot because the water's quite high at the moment. Another one jumping out there in the distance. So I've got luncheon meat and sweet corn as a backup plan to fish that close in. I've had them up to 23 pound, as you've seen in another video, out of this pool from fishing in the margins, that technique and that method. Well, I just changed the Ronnie rig to a bottom bait, cast it about 20 yards out to where fish keep showing, and it's took literally 30 seconds and it's gone flying off. Let's get her out and have a look at her. There we go. Pretty little one to get things going. 8 or 9 pound. Had to go straight back in. A good way to start. Good. You just watched me lose that one. I'm gonna get back to my pot noodle. 12 o'clock. The rain's getting worse. Still got the lake to myself. And I'm hiding in that little shed under the trees and then looking out onto the water. I put my right rod back to where it was in a baited spot because there's a lot of oil coming up. You can see it's slick. It's probably going to rain all afternoon, so at least I've got a bit of shout in here and keep all my stuff dry till I go back to the car later. I don't mind getting wet if I get another fish. And then here's the shack, the chair, paper, all my bits up on the workbench. And then if I go down for here, with that little gap, I can then see my rods. It's 1:30 and the rain looks like it's never ending. About a couple of little beeps on the left hand rod. I haven't had no more fish. And this is why I'm still shouting underneath the shack for a bit of cover, because it's still slamming it down. A miserable, miserable late October day. I'm just kind of hoping that the rain eases off and I have a few carp. There's another one just boshed out there. We've got about 6 hours to gate's lock at 6. I'm going to try and sit it out to the end. But this is some horrific, horrific rain. There we go. 3 3/4 pound tench. Not what I'm here for, but I'll take it. So not what we come for, but that's one of the biggest tench I've ever caught at 3 3/4. So that's an all right weight. Not carp, which is I'd rather catch, but it timed it well enough because it just stopped raining when that rod went. That was on the baited spot on the right hand rod. So I put the rod back out there, held off putting both rods together where I've had the 2 carp runs from, and I put a bit more bait out, hoping that the carp could have come along onto that spot. It's 2:30 and we're slowly running out of time, but I'm hoping that there's time enough to have at least one decent carp before we end this year on Jubilee. 4:30, we've had another run. A little tench for about a pound. I'm going to unhook him, stick him straight back in. It's took all day, but the sun's finally come out at 5 o'clock. We've got about an hour of fishing left. The gate's closing at 6, sun sets at 6. So maybe only half an hour, 45 minutes by the time I get back round to the car. So if that's all that I'm going to be catching today, thank you for watching this long video. And please make sure you watch all my other videos.